everyone. So today we'll be continuing with the topic of heterotrophic nutrition. In the end, we described about the holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition which involved the intake of food, and after intaking, that is the ingestion, what happens? The food gets digested off. The digested food is absorbed by the body. It is given out in the form of energy, that means assimilation it occurs, and finally the undigested product is expelled out, that is egestion. So we have to deal this holozoic nutrition in three organisms. The first one is amoeba, a unicellular protista. The second one is the paramecium, again a unicellular organism, and the third, the human beings. So first we'll be dealing about the amoeba, and then we'll be moving to paramecium, and finally to the human beings. As I said that heterotrophic nutrition involves the first step of ingestion. Now if I talk of, this is an amoeba. Amoeba, when it sees the food, and it just saw the food, then what happens? That seeing is actually sensing up of the food. That amoeba is in water, it is just moving off, and when this plasma membrane it senses of this particular food, what happens? It extends its pseudopodia, and this food ultimately reaches inside. So here the food, when was seen by this amoeba, it started ingesting it. So the first step becomes the ingestion. Here you can see the pseudopodia, they have been extended. Pseudopodia. This is the food particle. This is the nucleus of the amoeba. This all you have to mark when you will be drawing the diagram of this particular nutrition process. This is the cytoplasm. So amoeba sensing the food particle is get inside with the help of pseudopodia, and then this is actually encircled up. Means this particular food will be inside in the form of this particular structure. Now this particular structure is nothing but a food vacuole. So this first, second and third process, these are a clear-cut steps of ingestion. Sensing the food, extending the pseudopodia, and finally the food reaching the inside of the cytoplasm in the form of food vacuole. Now then what happens? As the food has got inside it, this food is inside, this is the vacuole, the enzymes from this particular cytoplasm will start entering inside. The enzymes are going inside, and all of you know that the function of enzyme is, yes, enzyme, they break the complex food into the simpler one. So here the digestive enzymes, they are helping in breaking up of this complex food. This complex food here is being the second step it is occurring, and that is digestion. Digestion. Ingestion, digestion. Now the third step is very good. It's an absorption. Now whatever the food here it may be a carbohydrate, protein, fat. So this food here is being broken off into small particles. Now these small particles, they will be absorbed. This is the absorption. Here the absorption is going on. Absorption of the food. Now when we talk of absorption, what we say? The food is going to be utilized by the body. For us, we can say growth is going to occur. We say we have increased our height. We were very small when we were a kid, but now we have grown into a stage where we are having a teenager age. So here, what about this amoeba? This amoeba also grows in the size. Or either here the step assimilation is usage of energy. So here usage of energy is in the form of the growth. It is in the form of the reproduction. The growth is reproduction. The amoeba grows off by eating food and starts dividing. And that's the rule. That's the use of the assimilation process. That's the rule of the food that amoeba has actually taken up. And finally, this amoeba, what will do? It will digest out its content. So, the last step will be the digestion. The food has been digested out. So, this nucleus, here you can see, the cytoplasm you can see. In every diagram you have to mark off. The food has been absorbed. The food has been, come here. And finally, digestion of the undigested material. So here what we can mark off? This is the undigested material. So this is how the nutrition, the process of the holozoic nutrition, it takes place in the amoeba. The intake of the food, what we say, the food particle when sensed by the amoeba is taken up by the help of pseudopodia. After taking up that, it forms a food vacuole. When the food vacuole is formed, the enzymes from the surrounding will enter inside the amoeba. Now these enzymes, they will break off the complex food into the simpler one. Here you can see the simple products have been formed. So this simpler form or the simple products, they are now absorbed into the cytoplasm where they are used for growth and reproduction. And finally, the undigested material is expelled out from the amoeba's body. So this is the nutrition in case of the amoeba. The rest in case of Paramecium, let's see. So as you can see the structure of Paramecium. Then here also we'll describe how the digestion process takes place in case of this Paramecium. Same steps, the ingestion, the digestion, the absorption, the assimilation and finally the digestion. But the difference between the nutrition in case of Paramecium and in case of amoeba is amoeba does not have a fixed position from where it will take the food. But here in case of Paramecium, there is a space over here and this space is known as gullet. So the mouth of Paramecium is known as gullet. The food is going to be entered from here. This is the entry point for the ingestion. So if I say this is a food particle, this food particle is going to be ingested off. So this food particle will be moving here. Now it will be taken inside and you know what happens whenever the food goes inside the unicellular organism? It is surrounded up by the vacuole. And this vacuole is now known as a food vacuole. So, the first step here we can say what has occurred? The ingestion of the food has been done. This is the first step, ingestion. Now, the second step is very good, the digestion. And how does this digestion will take place? The digestion will take place when the enzymes from the surrounding will enter inside. So you can see this was the food vacuole being formed. When this food vacuole has formed, the enzymes from the cytoplasm, surrounding cytoplasm, they are getting inside. Now, whenever the enzymes they go on, here I will mark off that these are the enzymes entering inside. Entering inside the very good food vacuole. So enzymes have entered. The function of now enzymes will be to digest it, to convert the complex food into the simpler one. So here this particular product, food, which is a carbohydrate, protein, fat, has been digested. Means it has been broken off. So here we say the second step, that is digestion, has been completed. The third step is absorption. Very good. So now you can see this particular food, we'll say that it is coming out from this food vacuole. Good one. So here I'm showing it with the red dots that the absorbed food material is now in the cytoplasm. Somehow here also I am showing that it has been reached, and now after absorption I'll just mark off that this is a step, the third step, that is the absorption. Absorption process. Very good. Now the next one is, after absorption what occurs? Assimilation. The assimilation, the usage of this particular food. So here I'll mark off some of the particles being left here while the other having used for getting energy. So I have the fourth step as assimilation, the third one the digestion, the fourth one as the assimilation, and the last one, that is what will happen of this particular material which is being left? It should be expelled out. So this expulsion will occur. I am showing here this expulsion of the undigested material. Finally it has been out from the body. This step is nothing but the digestion. So the only difference you can see is the same thing occurring here: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, digestion. The only difference is that the gullet, this is a fixed mouth, you can see, which was absent in case of the amoeba. The last one that will deal in this heterotrophic nutrition is in case of the human beings. So that would be in our next session. Thank you.